It's Power 105.1, by the way. Drink Champs.
Yes.
My
yes.
guest today.
Yes.
Not DJ EFN, but DJ EFN.
That's right.
And it stands for, otra vez.
Eric Fernando Narciandi,
Oh
my
my
government.
God! It's the first time I've been working with
I'm
you
Cuban,
forever.
B.
I had no idea what EFN stood for. Like I'm
That's
befuddled,
crazy.
beloved. I'm befuddled.
No,
Well, now you know,
N.O.R.E, it
Victor.
has never occurred to you to ask the man the question.
No.
You know I'm Eric, so you already know.
I never knew what EFN stood for.
He
I never.
didn't care.
Yeah,
Let's keep it
she's
100.
absolutely right. She's absolutely
He
right.
just didn't even care.
That's crazy.
So congratulations, Drink Champs has
Yes.
done pretty damn well for itself
Yes.
as a podcast.
Yes.
Now as a television show.
Yep.
Yeah, we hit 50 million. We have 50
Yeah,
million
yeah,
now.
What does that mean?
Listens. Podcast listens.
Yeah, podcast listens. So,
So
within a year.
overall,
Within a
within the
year.
year.
Within a year.
Yeah.
You had
and
50 million listens.
listens.
Which is
yeah.
pretty good for a podcast.
Yeah, pretty good for a podcast. And now
For
everybody has
anything.
podcast. You and Miss Info got a podcast
I got
now.
a new podcast too.
That's right. Let's plug.
Oh,
Let's shame
that's
let's
dope.
plug in your podcast too.
I'm
Let's-
only on episode 4. We just started.
Yeah. Okay.
Me
You and Miss Info, right?
Yeah, me and Miss
Oh,
Info.
Yeah,
that's
that's dope. I thought it was dope for y'all to get together.
I love it. I'm
Coming
having so
from-
much fun.
Yeah.
Right. I think eventually rappers, because I think that record labels will be AT&T will be the new Def Jam. I think that T-Mobile will be the new Interscope or whatever.
Brands. You think brands are the new labels?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think,
Right.
and I think because the labels want to take so much from you, and they want so much ownership, as opposed to these people who AT&T will give you a couple of million just
Licensing.
for a
Yeah.
licensing fee. So I feel like eventually, rappers will be dropping their albums on podcasts or on, straight to the phone companies. Jay has done an excellent job of demonstrating that, and I think we all need to take heed and need to follow through, because ownership is something that's dope. Like, when you can leave.
One of my favorite things about your story too is that it's like, rappers have a window, right? Not to say you can't. I mean, people beat the odds and people still making
No,
records.
but we're limited.
Jay just put an amazing album out at 47 years
Yes.
old. But that's
We're limited.
limited. That's a few.
We got
that's
an expiration
far
date.
and few between.
It's an
right? So
expiration
people
date.
have their moments, but then what? You ain't got nothing to say. You ain't got a valid opinion. You ain't learned some shit. You don't know how to have a conversation. Like, you still have something to offer the culture, especially
Right.
you. You done seen so many different things.
And the crazy thing is, when we started it out, like our first episode that we put out was with Fat Joe, but that was our second episode we recorded.
Second we recorded, first
And
we put
but
out.
that's what set it off, because people had never heard Joe drunk. People had never heard Joe, like, I mean, obviously.
I've heard Joe drunk many times
of
over
course.
the years.
But what I'm saying is, the average person, they
How did
see.
you get him to stop is the question.
Yeah,
when he's
yeah.
drunk.
But the average person sees Fat Joe and they see this big guy and he's wearing the latest of whatever. But
Yeah.
he's always got this image, and to see me and Fat Joe talk about pun squirting water guns.
Yeah.
Like, people were just like, they were thrown off. They were like, they didn't understand that we're
Yeah.
humans. So we're just having a human conversation with most of these artists. And I get them drunk, and I crack jokes on them. You know
Pretty
what I'm saying?
good.
Yeah.
And then there's alcohol involved.
And then there's
Lots of
alcohol
alcohol.
involved.
Let me tell you why you ain't create this, N.O.R.E.
Right. I know
I've been
that.
having Drink Champs on my show on the low for
Listen.
mad long.
By the way, let me tell you something. If it wasn't for you, one day I remember we was in Hot 97. You said, "N.O.R.E, what you doing on Wednesday?" And I said, "I don't know." You said, "Well, I'm gonna get sick on Wednesday, so you're gonna fill in for me." So in a lot of ways, it's like my first love for talking on air is because of you. Like, you, that's literally how much power she has. She said, "I'm gonna get sick on Wednesday, so you'll come in." So
Sounds about right.
So Wednesday and Thursday I did it, and then you called me. You said, "Do you like it?" I said, "I love it, Ann." She said, "Well, I'm gonna be sick on Friday too." So for 3 days in a row, I filled in Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and it was the first time I actually felt the other
the
side.
bug.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
didn't interview people. I was just, saying commercials and things like
So
that.
you should give me like a small percentage
Definitely.
of the remote
It's,
check.
it's in the works.
And
It's in the works.
oh, it's on the
It's
way?
in the works. It's in the works. We got to take
It's on
care of you.
I'm
We
just
got to
kidding.
take care of you.
I
Yep.
love that, man. I love what you guys have built. It's definitely like a staple now.
It's like the inside the NBA. Like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like, you get to see Charles Barkley and you get to see Kenny Smith and you get to see Shaquille O'Neal, and their perspective on the game is always a little different because they actually played the game. They actually was in the locker rooms. And that was just something I seen that they didn't have. They didn't have a rapper giving a rapper his opinion. And not only that, there's so many people, they don't give the people their flowers where they can smell them. They don't give them the trees while they can inhale them. They don't give them the thoughts while they can think them, or the drinks while they can drink them.
Oh.
And this is what we wanted to do.
That was
Everybody
deep. That was
can make
mad
noise.
deep.
Everybody
That
make
was
noise.
so
Let's get into it.
That shit, you should put that on a T-shirt.
Yes, I am.
Be long,
that's
but
what I
you know
wanted
what I
to do. So I just wanted to give like an inside the NBA type of feel for hip hop, like
Yeah, people who have experience, who actually can speak to what it means and what it takes to be in it, and have a different perspective. I was just talking about that today because somebody was asking me about back when I did like my little music moment. I was like, it wasn't a natural thing for me, but it helped me. It did give me an understanding of somebody who comes in the room and now they made an album. I know what that. I know what that process is. It gives you a perspective. So you, as somebody who had a whole career at that, it gives you a perspective.
And I'm from the DJ side of it, so that's a whole other different perspective.
Right.
Teaming, DJing, that's what I did on my end.
Yeah.
Because it's damn like I'm like the artist, and the artist needs the DJ, and the DJ needs the artist.
You're like Eric B. and Rakim.
So we're the Latino
podcasting.
version of Eric B. and Rakim. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Puerto Rican and Cuban. Goddamn it, maybe high five, brother. Yeah,
It's pretty good. So, who has gotten the drunkest on Drink Champs?
The Dot X.
Pretty
twisted.
Yeah.
Really? Brand Nubians. He won.
He was.
He's probably
He told what to do what with who?
Like this is not Drink Champs, by the way. This is not Drink. You can't just come in and charm in the conversation. You just got to be there. You just got to sit there.
No, you can. It's
yeah,
okay.
But listen.
So wait, Sadat X got pissy.
Ross got pretty drunk.
Well, I like that Puff Daddy's drunk. I like
that he's a professional.
Because 50 got pretty drunk.
50 got
someone who doesn't drink.
50 got drunk.
For not being a drinker.
He's not a drinker. But the thing about Puff, what made me happy was he got so drunk and he knew he was saying things that he wasn't supposed to say. So I'm talking about the minute we said, all right, cool, thank you for coming, and the cameras cut off, he was like, you can't use none of that. And I was just like, I was just so honored. I was like, for real? Did I really push your buttons like that? He was like, yo,
we called the huddle.
He was like, I can't believe what you had me saying. And that's the thing is, like, it's almost how we talk to these guys off camera. So after a while, they forget.
Yeah.
But when a person gets professional, like,
it's crazy, N.O.R.E. I have a video of you, me.
We're talking about in Jamaica.
You have it too?
Yes. Wait. Let me see where you're going with it.
You can never put it out, though.
Okay, in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
You have it still?
Yes.
You have a copy?
I have a whole lab of that.
I have a whole video of it. So imagine the scene, right? We're in Jamaica. We're babies. I'm talking about my T-shirt is 5 times too big for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just ponytails down here hanging. We're smoking blunts. Like, we're babies. We're in Jamaica. We're happy to be there.
Right.
And we're smoking Jamaican weed.
Yes.
And it's me, you, and Ja Rule.
Yes.
Remember this?
Yes.
And a few other people at the table.
Yeah.
And somebody had just got like a camcorder.
That was me, I think.
It was you with the camera.
I think it was.
He was always rolling around with
But it wasn't common that people would have a videotaping device. It was a rare thing that we had.
Do you remember that night was Jay's birthday? And because it was Hot Night in Jamaica, right? Can we say that?
Yeah.
And so it was Jermaine Dupri was out there as well. Ed Lover was out there, and Jay came the day of his birthday, and he came, and I remember him saying, "Yo, tell him I need 16 bottles of Cristal," and they was like, "You're in Jamaica, Slime. You could get some Red Stripe." And it was the most illest thing to me in the world because it's like they tried to cater to Jay, because he was like the biggest thing at the time.
Yeah.
And I think him and JD had money ain't a thing. But me, you, Ja Rule, we played volleyball. We chilled out the whole time. And I remember Jay ordering the Cristal, and they was like,
but that was one of those moments where, because now we're seasoned. Now I know a camera could be on at any time.
Right.
Like at any time,
Worse than
anything
ever
you
now,
say,
yeah.
anything you could do. But back then you didn't really think like that.
Uh-huh.
So we had the camera on, and we was talking very freely.
Yeah.
And that video lives somewhere.
But I tell you about this. I'll tell you like this. That was the first time I got to feel like a family in hip hop. Like, because we really wasn't working until the nighttime, and we just sat there and ate jerk chicken. And didn't we all fly on the plane together?
I believe so.
We all flew.
You know what else I remember?
This is the first soul plane, by the way.
This is the first soul plane. And it was the first time N.O.R.E. told the story of somebody named Superhead.
Oh, I said it first.
That's the first time I had ever heard anything about anything that even somebody like this existed.
Yeah.
I didn't even know such a thing existed. This type of thing.
On Drink Champs.
I gotta relax.
I was still a baby. I didn't ever heard these kind of crazy stories.
No, but that was the rumors that was going around.
I was like, what happened? Why did they call that? Like, we're having this conversation. We're smoking. It was like crazy.
That was my first time like feeling family orientated in hip hop.
Yeah,
like,
it was a good time.
You know what I'm saying? That was after Pun passed away, and I had become very like to myself because I didn't expect me and Pun to be so close. And then when he passed, I just kind of like took away to it. And then it was Hot Lake Jamaica. I remember it was in Jamaica and drinking Red Stripes, eating jerk chicken in Jamaica. I started to enjoy the game again. It was that
and
trip.
People, yeah.
And I had a fight with 112. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Big fight?
Yo, yeah, 112 beat me in
Yo,
ball.
you can't be fighting. Oh, that's right, over basketball.
I
I
was
was
Oh, they brought it up when we saw
Yeah,
it.
listen, I took the ball. This is how you know I'm a sore loser. I took the ball, I threw it in the ocean, and the security's like, yo, what's up? I'm fighting the security, but I got on John Klectas the whole time. I should have never played the game. I thought I was that good. I was like, remember we seen 112 recently. They're like, are you still mad at us, N.O.R.E?
Yeah,
I'm like, nah, but we still got to get a rematch.
He was very fresh out of left rack.
Yes.
He didn't really, his temper, like he just was in a different place.
But again, that trip like helped me be who I am. You know what I mean?
Amazing.
Yes.
Anyway, good stuff, good history.
Great
but it's
history.
nice because like people like that. When you have that much experience, that much time in the game, you got something to offer. You got shit to say. So it's dope that you turned this
Absolutely.
into this thing.
And I just got to big up every artist that actually participated and came on because what we do is we big them up, but then we play with them and people just not used to seeing
people
Rick
snapping.
Ross snapping.
Yeah.
And, because Ross, I remember Ross had to take the fourth shot
Of Tiger
Bone, and he's trying to be cool.
But
You can't be cool on
he's
Tiger
sweating.
Bone.
The sweat, he's sweating from from the temple, from here, and he's known for being cool. So he's just sitting there, and I'm looking like, damn, texting people, give him a napkin immediately, because I don't want to make people look bad on the show, which he didn't. But I just love the fact that the artists let me play with them. Pause. You know what I'm saying? They let me.
Please.
Yeah, that sounded
That's
wrong.
a different podcast.
It's a different thing altogether.
But yeah, and also I like to say I just finished wrapping up my food show. It's called On the Run Eating. It's not a
love
cooking
this.
show. It's not a cooking show.
It's an eating show.
It's an eating show because I could burn cereal. I'm not great. I'm not great at cooking anyway. But we just finished On the Run Eating. My nephew is on the show with me. Big up to Ching Bang. Big up to Sunny D, BET. Big up to all the artists that participated
Where's
in
it
that.
going to air?
Well, actually, I think in December.
Okay.
I think because they
But
just.
where? Do you know yet?
I can't tell them.
Okay.
I can't.
Too soon.
But yeah, it's done. The deal, everything is done. The whole thing is wrapped up. This is our first season. Hopefully, we get another season.
Yay.
Drink Champs' second season is today.
Tonight is the
Tonight
first
is
season
the
2 premiere.
Season 2 premiere with LL Cool J on Revolt TV. We also have.
Did LL get drunk?
LL
He
actually
drank.
drank.
Yeah, he drank.
He didn't get drunk. He's too smooth to get drunk.
I
And
was going to say, I would love to see him drunk.
but
He
he
probably
went in,
talk
he went in.
He went
crazy
in,
drunk.
But I'm not gonna lie to you, the queens in me wouldn't let him get
Right.
too drunk
Right,
because
right.
this
Too
is
much
LL,
respect. You got too much respect.
Yeah, I got too much respect. I can't even
Yeah.
the other day we did the Breakfast Club and Charlamagne was saying something bad about L, not bad, but he was saying something. He's being Charlamagne.
Yeah.
I said, yo,
Yeah.
I can't even. My mouth doesn't even fix that.
can't
It can't
whisper
even.
a bad thing
I can't
about
even
him.
whisper a
Yeah.
bad thing about L.
Yeah.
He literally raised me. But
I feel like
so
that about Rakim.
so Thursday,
Yeah.
today is the season premiere with LL. Then we following that up with Wyclef. We got EPMD.
Bun B.
We got Bun B. We got Little C's. Finally speaking about remember me being Little C's situation.
Yeah.
In front of the station with the guns and all that. So this
Talk
is the
about all
first
that.
time
I remember it
the
very well,
public
thank
can
you.
actually
Yeah.
see us together.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? We got Capone and Noriega. They're actually interviewing me today. Because we just celebrated 20 years anniversary of Capone and Noriega's first album, The N.O.R.E. Report.
Wow.
So they're gonna flip it on me today, and they're gonna interview me, which is gonna be weird because I like to be in control.
Yeah.
Oh
please,
how do you
you're an
go,
artist.
How do you
Stop.
go back? Because you always in control. How do I
What do
go
you
back?
mean?
What I'm saying is, how do I let somebody interview me now?
I still take control even if I'm getting interviewed.
I seen that the other day.
What was I doing?
At the Breakfast Club.
I tried. The Breakfast Club's really good, so they
Right.
actually will get me.
Yeah.
I'll actually fall in line. I'm like, okay, they're interviewing me.
Right.
But still, even then, I can't help it.
Yeah,
Because
'cause-
it's just a conversation. You just with
I
people.
like being in control. I just like.
Yeah, I
being
told Haz it's not gonna work. It's gonna be a regular.
Yeah, it's gonna be a. I'm
Regular
gonna. I'm
Drink
gonna.
Champs.
I'm not gonna step up. But back to the.
You're going to be great.
So all the people that's followed me on Instagram and they've been asking me. So On the Run Eating should be, which is the food show, should be September, anywhere from September to December time. And then, but we're so excited. It was starting this relationship with Revolt. It's a young.
And I got Colombia that I'm
coming home.
I
Colombia.
got a
You got-
documentary series where I go to different countries and explore hip hop there.
Oh, I've seen that on
I did
Revolt.
Cuba, Haiti, Peru, Vietnam was the recent one, and we just went to Colombia. So coming home, Colombia.
Wow.
It's in post production.
Are you Colombian?
No, I'm Cuban.
Oh.
He's Cuban, B.
Yeah.
Oh.
What time does it come on?
10 p.m.
I don't know.
10 p.m.
10 p.m.
10 p.m.
Yeah. Drink Champs. Talking about Drink Champs.
Yeah, Drink Champs.
Drink Champs, 10
Season
p.m.
premiere. Season 2
On
premiere.
Revolt, we're excited. Revolt is a young...
And we're still a podcast. We're still audio
a podcast. We can still catch that. But, it's going to start off as a TV show first because that's what they paid for. Let's make some noise for that.
Getting paid is very good. It's very important.
But
it's important to do what you love.
Mm-hmm.
Also important to get paid for it.
Right.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying?
But for the kids that's out there, I just want people to know, me and EFN did this podcast for
Does
6...
your mic need to be down? I feel like your mic
Oh,
is...
my
Come
bad.
on, get professional,
Yo, my
babe.
bad,
You
my bad.
You're a podcaster now.
Yeah, I know. I was getting back to being a rapper. But for those that don't know, me and EFN started this. We was 6 months. We had no payment.
Yeah.
No payment. We didn't get no check. So I don't want people to think that, it's always all about the money. We knew what we had was so special and it was growing every week that we kept putting our own money up. We kept flying our own people out, getting our own cameras,
Our own liquor.
So buying our own
That
liquor.
liquor ain't cheap
Yeah,
either.
it took 6 months for us to get paid. Took us 6 months to get a real sponsorship. So all the people, if you got something that you really love doing, continue to do it, but just fight that struggle, and then the money will come.
Yeah,
It will come.
you have to invest in yourself sometimes.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
Yes.
And I'm sure everybody sends you liquor now,
Oh
right?
yeah, it's
But do you not feel like drinking sometimes?
All the time.
I don't feel like drinking today.
Yeah.
Do you drink?
All the time.
Yeah.
Do you
Like,
have
take
to?
a
Do you
vacation
have to
from it.
drink every episode?
You know what
We
was
feel
funny?
obligated.
No,
You
we
feel
feel
obligated?
obligated. You know what's funny was recently.
Keeping it real to the podcast world.
But
That's terrible.
recently, my brother Ali, his birthday, we wrapped the food show. So then we go to Vieques. So we take 4 days off in Vieques. And the whole day, I didn't want to drink.
Of course
Everybody's like, they're off and it's vacation mode. And they're like, have a drink. And I'm like, no.
It's my day off.
I'm like, I'm okay. Like, I just don't want to
Like,
drink.
my girl hates me because I don't want to drink with her. She's like, that's not fair.
Yeah, it's true. I
because
drink for
drinking
work.
is now like part of the
Yeah,
job.
yeah, I drink for work.
That's so crazy.
Yep,
That's so funny. So
bad.
wait, so you had Angela Yee on?
We had Angela Yee.
What other girls?
Amber
Other
Rose.
women.
That's it.
Amber
That's
Rose.
it. We need you.
We've been asking. Yeah, we
Yeah,
definitely
we
want
need you.
All right, I'm ready now.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready at first.
Okay.
Me and Miss Info have our own podcast,
Yeah, and I
in
would
real
love
life, so
both
I'll
y'all.
come with both.
Yeah.
I'll come with her.
And you know what?
She
I'll do
can't-
y'all podcast
No, she
too.
can't even drink
That's
half a
fine.
drink.
Right,
She
right.
can't drink half
Yeah.
a drink. Not half.
We'll come to y'all podcast too.
You come to our-
I'll come
we'll
back
go
We'll
next
get
week.
drunk for the both of you, if anything.
Yeah. That's
No,
what
I
we
could
do.
get. I could get my own drink.
Angie
So all
holds
three
her
of
own.
us will get drunk.
You didn't hear the story about Jamaica we just told?
Angie holds her own.
Who do you think was wrong with making the drinks?
No.
I'm just saying.
But that's funny too. Like when people come up to me, Young Bird. I seen him the other day. Where did we see him at? The Diamond. Did you see Young Bird? And he goes, I'm gonna come on the show and drink you under the table. And it's like that's not really what it's
Not the
about.
point.
Thank you for looking at it like that. But
Calm down.
We want to enjoy it. Relax. we want to enjoy. Like we want to big up our artists. But it's always funny when people say that. Like
Our fans, all they do is buy us drinks.
oh yeah, that part
not a
part is
bad life.
crazy.
No,
Like,
but it starts to
if
get a
I'm
little
at
crazy.
a bar, like they'll just 5 shots will just arrive, and I'll just be like, "Yo, who sent that?" And there's always somebody. Like, and I'm like, I'm
champs.
sober today, and, they don't want to see, they don't want to hear
don't
that.
wanna hear that.
So it's like, all right, cool. I have to
You
drink
have to live
wherever
up
I
to the
go.
persona.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah. But it's dope. It's been a blessing. Again, Revolt. It's a young, innovative, urban company. I know a lot of people, they think of Revolt, the first thing they think of is Puff or whatever they like about Puff or don't like about Puff. There's a lot of young, innovative people that's working this company. They're hungry. I'm behind them. We want to put everything behind it, and let's make this the next BET, the next HBO. Let's make this the next CBS. You know what I'm saying? Why we can't invest in us? If 444 told us anything, which is by the Honorable God Jay-Z, is that's how you gotta say it. The Honorable God.
What did he
Jay-Z.
say? He said he'd be damned if to drink Belvedere while Puff got Ciroc.
That's dope. Like
I love that line. It's one of my favorite lines on the album.
and it's real. It's like, yo, we just gotta keep supporting each other. I think that's Jay-Z's best album, by the way. It's my favorite personal Jay-Z album. But the message in it is more important. The message in it is we got to start supporting each other more.
Word.
If we support each other more, we don't care about the Oscars. If we make Revolt and BET and all this and Telemundo and we get involved with and we make it like that, we won't be caring about if we won an Oscar or if we won a Grammy. We'll have our own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that comes with support. Did I get smart?
You're gonna
I feel
run.
like I had a smart moment.
It was halfway smart.
It was halfway smart.
And I feel like you could have been also running for some sort of office or
Yeah,
something.
no, I
the
really
next thing
am.
he's gonna announce right now.
No, because you know why?
Candidacy.
I really do believe that. I believe that if we support each other, it's like, me and Fat Joe's relationship. Like, I don't have to speak to Fat Joe for a year. He knows that if he drops a record and I'm walking in the club, I'm requesting the DJ play my brother's joint.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even have to speak to him. It's like automatic. When All the Way Up came out, I felt like it was my record.
Yeah.
I swear to God. I was going to DJs. I was in Virginia, I remember. I said, you don't got All the Way Up, Fat Joe? And he played every other Fat Joe record. And I went and I downloaded it. I put my credit card on his iTunes and said, here you go, brother. You're going to play this night. And what I'm saying is, I'm one spectrum. I'm a drop in the ocean. Imagine if all of us just started to do that and continue to support that. I think that our culture, we will stop complaining about things of that's outside of our culture. Like the Oscars. Like, I hate it when people would say, yo, we're going to boycott the Oscars because of this, and that, and Chris Rock. Like, why do we even care about that no more?
Yeah.
Like, why don't we
if it doesn't represent us, why do we give it so much power?
Care? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need another Source Awards. We need maybe not Source Awards. We need something like it. Source Awards-ish. You know what I'm saying? Source Awards adjacent. You know what I'm saying? But, like, we need our own celebrations where we can sit there and celebrate each other. And I think I just want to play my part towards that. That's all I want to do. Yeah.
N.O.R.E.
Yes, I grew up,
office.
Right? Huh?
N.O.R.E. for office.
One drink at a time.
I need to run for something.
One drink at a time.
Yes, I need to run for something.
Well, everybody, make sure you're tuned in tonight. 10 o'clock, season 2, F1 Drink Champs.
Yes.
DJ EFN, not to be confused with FN.
Not to be confused with DJ EFN, because he's still out there getting money.
Also look for N.O.R.E.'s cooking show.
Food show.
This is not because he doesn't cook.
Yeah, I don't
just
cook nothing.
Eats.
Yes, I just eat. So thank you, Ange, for having us.
Thank you, my love. Congrats on everything. So happy for you guys.
And congrats on you and your podcast. And look, so next week
we're gonna go to you. You'll be our first interview.
You coming to Miami?
Yeah.
You want us to come to Miami?
Yeah.
That'd be
that
dope.
what you do on the shows?
We're building our set.
We're actually building a set.
We're a Miami show.
Like that was exciting. That they're building a set,
building a
but it's
set.
terrible because it's alcohol everywhere. It's like it's
outside of
hell.
Sounds like a great time.
It's heaven and hell at the same time because like it's beautiful, but then you look and you say, I can't say no to a drink nowhere. Like we're gonna have, how like people have, the washing hands.
Yeah.
We're gonna have alcohol.
Dispensers.
Yeah, we're gonna have alcohol.
Your hands?
Yeah, you gotta rub
the same way.
You gotta rub Ciroc or Douce on your hands after you take
That's
a.
kinda
Yeah, that's kind of. I made that up right now. I just made that up.
You're on fire today. You are on fire today.
Now, I'm happy to be here, and
Thank you,
you're
my
a
love.
legend.
Congrats.
And I kid you not, seriously. If it wasn't for you that day, no, for real, you really sparked my love of being behind the mic. I always was in front of the mic, but being behind the mic and just, reading commercials and doing, answering phone lines and things like that. It was like, I said to myself, I can do this. I can, and you know what? What's even smarter than that is you saw it in me. How you saw it? I have no idea. Like I had never did it before, and you said, I'm gonna get sick Wednesday. I remember it like it's yesterday, and I was like, "Yo, okay." But
how does she know she's gonna be sick?
Yeah,
she knew she was gonna be sick, and she knew I was gonna be good on the mic.
Yes, exactly.
He's like a psychic.
Walter Mercado.
Yes. So for that, thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank you, my love.
your
I'm
legacy
really
of
proud
keep.
of
You standing there. You got the Floyd Mayweather of radio deals. You know what I'm saying? Let's make some noise for Angie Martinez. You know what I'm saying? She was with HBO, then she went to Showtime, and she cleaned house.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Ange. Appreciate it.
I'll see you on Drink Champs soon.
Yes. Oh, we can't wait.
Be an honor.
One time, everybody.
Yes.
Drink Champs tonight. Revolt.
Thank you.
Season 2. Spot 105.1.